Yeah, puppies. You're my only friends in this world, it seems. Yeah. 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 So much pressure. Champions League. Champions League every season. Puppies. They say it'll ruin my reputation. I don't believe them. I say no one's ever done it. No one's ever been there. Not an FM18. No one's been there. I say no one's been there. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, they say it'll ruin my reputation. I did it in Finland. Yeah, I did. I did it in Norway. I say they don't understand the pressure. I need a vacation. We're gonna take a little bit of time off. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. Yeah, puppies. You're good puppies. Yeah, I love you guys. Yeah. I've never been there. I wanna learn what it's like. Another island nation. No one's been there in FM18. It's an interesting club. Really, 3 clubs in one. They won't understand. They have to understand. And it's the spot. It's the spot, puppies. It's the spot. We're gonna rescue them. They need us, puppies. They need us more than we need them. We'll call it charity work. It's for the greater good. The good of football. Puppies. We'll show them, puppies. We'll show them. Yeah, I learned from the best. What will the media say?
I have to do what's best for me.
Will your fans be upset?
What would your mother think?
I have to rescue them.
You couldn't rescue Stokeseri in Iceland.
I can do this. What if they're really in debt? What about your reputation? It's only for a year or two.
So what is this club? Well, 3 clubs in one. TB, formed in 1892, FC Sutheroy, formed in 2010, and Royn came together to form one club, to combine their powers into one club called TB FCS Royn. As you notice, I found their logo, finally. They're formed in 2017, and they're hoping to do a renaming soon. So how do we get here? We fly to Vegar Airport, which is on a different island in the Faroe Islands, on Atlantic Airways. Now, I think that's an Airbus A320 airplane there that you fly in on. Then you drive over to a port and you take this ferry south to Sutheroy along these lines here. And you end up in this beautiful location. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you've gone mad. Which you might be right. You might be absolutely right. This is, in theory, a really poor idea. Let's take a look at my profile. I'm currently on good. Before I took the role, I was on very good. I've taken it at 200 a week. We're doing this as charity work. I'm going to assume I have some money saved up from, the houses we had in Finland and Norway, and, the wages we were earning was pretty healthy. So I'm looking at this as a really fun, little injection of fun into the series. I've got a lot of stress going on in my life, and I want to just have a little bit of fun. And it's going to have to be fun. It's going to be like, I imagine, low league Iceland at the very beginning of the series with Stokeseri. If you noticed, the U18s, we don't get youth intake. I don't know if that's because it's a downloaded database or what, but we do not get youth intake. So it's all going to be free transfers from elsewhere. Because if you look at the finances, they're poor. 314,000 euros in the hole. not looking too good. They actually offered me $425 a week, and I was like, I'm good. Let's do 200 so I have some skin in the game. We have 1,408 in payroll, and we're committed. We're currently spending 428. We're committed to spending 50. Excellent. Our payroll must be coming from our staff, which is slim. So there's 300. I'm 200. That's 500. Okay, that's 690. Okay, 790, 830. And then we must have somebody down here, right? Oh, the U18 coach is making $275 a week. I think that's a little ambitious considering we don't have anybody. So it's not looking pretty. We have no transfer budget. We somehow have a scouting budget despite being this much in debt, not depth. There's no depth. So again, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what are you doing? You should have. There was a bunch of people, a surprising to me number of people that said go to Nordsland because they got a good youth setup. I'm looking at that not Chris Capoli. You commented. Who was it? Who was it that said? Mikkel Stossholm commented on the last video and said, go to FC Nordsland. They have a great youth setup. They might have the finances to bring in a couple of your start favorites. Wherever you go, keep up the good work. Well, Mikkel, hopefully you are willing to follow me. I like the contract that I've signed is through the end of 2029. So it's like the rest of this season and next season, we're just going to do a quick little jaunt here. We're going to have fun. Like, I'm not going to take this too seriously. I would like to rescue the club. I've looked at their actual history, and then before they were one combined club, and they've never really done well, any of them. Like, they've kind of bounced up and down between whatever this is called, the FO Dilden and the first Dilden, which is essentially the Premier League and the first division. They've kind of bounced up and back and forth, and just weren't doing well. And so they decided we're gonna combine forces to try and do better. And in real life, they're like in, I don't know, 7th or 8th or something like that right now. We could take a look at it here. I'm looking it up on my browser. You can't see it. Currently, well, okay, there's only been 2 games played in 2018. They're currently in 7th on 3 points. And then last season, 2017, they finished 8th on 29 points in 27 games. So even with that, I mean, so they're underperforming as it is right now. They let their manager go. We are going to come in and see if we could do something to avoid relegation. Like, I'm not, there's no way in 15 games we're going to come up here and get into the top 4. I mean, maybe that spot right there, right? 17, that's 9 points. That's doable. We're not going to take first. I have not looked at any of the rules, so let's go take a look at that. 5 subs. Oh, we're off to a great start. Okay, this is, if you'll notice, this is not enough money to rescue the club financially. So teams play 2nd or 4th qualify for the Europa League first qualifying round. So if we can get into the Europa League or the Champions League to get some money, that's going to rescue the club. I hope that you'll forgive me. I feel like that I've been worried, honestly, based on the comments about how everybody wanted me to go to Denmark. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have another serious plan in Denmark, so I kind of don't want to go there. I'd rather it was either this or Sweden, and all the Swedish teams when I stopped the vacationing were the Division 2 teams, and I was like, I don't want to go. If I'm gonna go down, I'm going all the way down. And when I was looking at the Faroe Islands, man, that place is beautiful. Like, one of these days, I'm going to take a trip, and I'm going to go to Iceland and the Faroe Islands and Denmark and I'm going to make that trip and go see these clubs. But it was absolutely beautiful. So I was like, again, if you're thinking about this as Gray Hair Gaming, the manager, it's like, you know what? I need some time off. We're going to the Faroe Islands. I mean, not time off, but like the stress levels are a little bit different when you're on an island of 4,600 people. With one grocery store and one gas station in the area that the soccer pitch is in. So we're in the next episode, we'll look to see if we can find a place to stay. I found one on Airbnb that I think is going to be our home base that we go to. I just need to look to see how close it is, because if it's too far away from the soccer pitch, that's going to be a problem. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the club today. We've already looked at the finances. Yeah. Right. Facilities, below average training, basic youth, average junior coaching, and basic youth recruitment. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the database or whatever. This is the downloaded thing from FM Scout. Why there isn't a B team, because I've noticed some of the other clubs have B teams, and then we have a U18, and they have a U18, and it's all grayed out players. So it could be because I don't know. We don't have a head of youth development. We have an assistant coach, Fritz Poulsen. He's been the interim head coach a couple times, so excellent. Not actually half bad. Better than I was expecting. He's got a national A license, my friends. He's a baller. So we've got stuff out for coaches. I'm a general coach, a fitness coach, and a goalkeeping coach. I'm not going to bother with the head of youth development because it doesn't appear that we're getting youth intake. So maybe that's why. But I would still think you would get some. But if I'm wrong on that, I'd really appreciate if you leave a comment. So the Faroe Islands, the youth intake date is like February 27th, so we've got some time to like get that person in place if that's a thing. I'm thinking it's not. So let's look at look at the star ratings, my friends, right? Know your level. Burger Polson is going to be our Burger. Yeah, of course. We're just going to call him Burger. Yeah, 3-star. Yep. He's okay. His determination's 9. His composure is a 1. And he's on a 6.23 this season with 10 starts, 19 allowed, no shutouts. Not had the best start to the season. Barthur Nielsen, and I'm trying to work on my pronunciation. My understanding of this D thing is it's like the th or the in them. So Barthur Nielsen. Pretty good right back. Can't dribble to save his life. You just roll with me. Andros Jonsson, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability center back, 6'1". Epic dribbling as a 1. It's a common theme. Apparently it's all passing, long balls maybe is what I'm guessing here. Nobody knows how to dribble or pass, at least on the back line. Brian Olsen, 27-year-old, 3-star. He's in the key stats. He's okay, right? So we'll take that. Frothy Dalbooth, I think, is our one of our left backs. Could do a little bit better on the marking. His heading is a 5. He's a defensive fullback. You're not going to try him on a fullback. Just keep it simple for him. Just keep it simple is what we're going with. Osor Johansson. Look at the ratings. He is a stud, and it's based on his physicals, right? And the fact that in his key attribute areas, it's not red numbers. And he's ambitious. They're unhappy about the lack of a fitness coach, so that's going to be the first thing that we bring in. Jakob Justinsson, pretty good attacking midfielder, also could play midfield. We're going to play a 4-4-2. Maybe you've heard of it. Ari Stenberg, 6 determination, 5-star potential ability. It's ridiculous. He's going to play the Carolero role. He could play the advanced playmaker, but we've already got somebody playing that, so he's going to play that. Arnold Christensen, we have a gap. I'm imagining they're playing 4-4-2, and he can kind of play 4-4-2. He's on a backup contract, so I don't even really know what formation they were playing in. I'm really confused. He's 33. He's slow and old and still 2.5-star on our squad, my friends. But I've got our scouts looking for a left midfielder because we literally don't have anybody else. Alan Mortensen is a stud striker with a whopping 3 goals on the season. He's a target man. So that's, I think, what we're going to play him at. He can finish decently well. Can't pass to save his life. John Jonsson is an attacking midfielder, but really a poacher. So he's going to play poacher because that's what he knows, and he can't pass. So it's target man, knock it down with your head, smash it home with John or Jan. Whatever. Backup goalkeeper 17. He's he's got potential in comparison to the rest of the squad, I guess, but he's not. He's 16 determined. Composure 2. Composure is an issue. Composure is a significant issue, my friends. All right, Alan Tosson is He's an attacking right winger, which we are not going to be playing with, I don't believe. He could play in the attacking midfield center. He could, I mean, in a pinch, play advanced playmaker in the midfield, but he's on a backup contract and he's going to stay there. Bjarni Peterson, which is a fantastic name, backup center back. Not more of a defensive center back. Just, yeah, we'll have to make sure when we rotate him in that we're making that adjustment. Esmar Clementson, who doesn't really fit anything. I mean, maybe ball winning midfielder. It's not pretty, and we're not paying any of these guys, so we can cut them loose at any time. Solvi Jonsson, as a defensive forward. In a pinch, he could play poacher. His concentration is just horrific, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Defensive forward, okay, but positioning is poor. Again, concentration not so great. A half star backup goalkeeper, a half star striker. Best concentration we've seen thus far, I think, of the strikers. This is our, I don't know what he is. He could play either role, I guess. He's okay. He's suspended for one match. And then Frothy Fredriksberg, who is a backup striker, is 18. He's a hot prospect. Concentration's a 2. We don't know how to concentrate on the squad. We're very confused about concentration. And then our 2 players down here, Janis Moritzen. I mean, he's 12 determination, which automatically makes him 1.5 stars for the team. Ball in a midfielder, actually not half bad. I'll probably just pull him up because things. And Jakob Holm. Look at that. Backup goalkeeper. Look at the 5 star. That's 5 star, my friends. If I've ever seen one. Resolute, 17 determination. He just needs some seasoning. He's had 1 substitute appearance and it was a shutout. Yeah. Good on you, mate. So again, let's look at the competition. We're 1 point off the bottom, so that's not, it's not undoable. We're in the semifinal in the Logmanstejepith. That's how you say it, against this team, which is in the division below us. How did we even get here? I guess we go into the first round and go straight to quarterfinals. It's a small country, small league, So you can see it's not gone super well. Our first game here, which we'll have in the next episode, is going to be against EB/Strømur, which I'm not sure. That may be. It looks like 2 clubs came together, right? You get the rings, you get the slash in the name. Could be a thing. Maybe they did the same thing. We drew them earlier in the season, so you're saying there's a chance. And then Vikingur Gotha, who we also drew with. So the next doubleheader is going to be super exciting, my friends. Dynamics, good. I've gotten us. It's essentially today is the day of the game, but we're just not going to play it. Right. Yeah. Thanks for this. Agents are approaching me to let me know about people. We may sure let's just look at the scouted. Not a single. Wait, hold on. I don't want a right back. I want a left midfielder like this guy. Ooh, 51. If you're a 51 for us, okay. Gunnar Jakobsen looks like a stud. I think we're just gonna offer him, right? If you look at the winger role, he's not red in any of the key things except passing and work rate, but his determination is massive. So I think we're gonna do that. See if we can. Should we? I mean, he's rated better than the other guy. His slight interest. Is he even playing? He's not even playing. Mate. Okay. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens here. He wants to be a backup. Great. We have to wait. My friends. Right, so I hope you enjoy this. I think it's going to be hilarious. It's not going to be very long that we're here. We've not taken that big of a reputation hit. We've gone from very good to good. We are a phenomenal coach. especially in comparison. I'm doing everything. Because, I mean, look at the difference. 6s are his best attribute, and I've got some 14s and 13s. So that's what we're going to do, my friends. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment. Hopefully you understand. I just want to have some fun with the series. And then we'll go on and probably do Sweden. That's probably going to be our next stop. So here we go. Next episode. First 2 games of our career with TB/FCS/Royn. Let's do it. Yeah.